Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yes, you did.
And so you're part what?
Japanese.
Japanese
Yes.
and what?
White.
Really? So can you speak up a little louder for me there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're part Japanese and part white.
Yes.
Which side is Japanese and which side is white?
My father is Japanese and my mother is white.
Oh, okay. Amazing. So that's why you have the Japanese tattoo on this side?
I think, yes. Yes, that's why.
And so what was it like growing up part Japanese and white? What was that like for you?
It was a little confusing sometimes. I never felt that I fit in
Yeah.
to either side enough, which is why I think I started my search at a really young age, just looking for somewhere to belong and something to be a part of. But other than that, it was great. My parents were great. My father's a retired Los Angeles County Sheriff, so.
LA County Sheriff? Really? Would you recommend that people get together and make interracial children?
Yes and no. I think it's not easy. It's not easy when you don't have some place to belong, and it does
Yeah.
lead to a lot of other issues growing up. It leads to a lot of identity issues, a lot of issues that people are having today.
Yeah.
But you love who you love, and you got to have kids with who, you partner with in life. But there are definitely going to be some hurdles
Yeah.
to jump.
Going through what you have gone, are you able to hear, Bill?
Yeah.
Is she loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Going through what you have gone through, would you make interracial children?
Yes, because I can't imagine finding another Japanese and white person that would really be suitable.
That's amazing. Do you even know any other Japanese white, half white, half Japanese kids?
Yes.
Or your age, or you grew up around them?
Most of my cousins are Japanese and white. There's a lot. I just never hung out with very many.
Oh, I see. What was it like growing up with your father being the sheriff of LA County?
It was interesting. I used to go to work with him on Take Our Daughters to Work Day. I never thought that I would be on the other side of the law. I was already familiar with the layout once I got arrested. He was a role model, he was a good guy. He was there for me, and he came to show and tell, look at my dad. He was there, and it was helpful.
Really? So what drove you to do crime to the point you end up in jail? Well, were you in prison or jail?
I went to prison.
You went to prison?
I did go to prison.
What the?
It was not amazing. I was on that hunt. I was searching. I needed some validation. I would seek it out in toxic relationships, and I just was making those strives to be the worst, best of the worst.
You intentionally did that?
Yes, I would seek danger. I just didn't feel that I had something that was my own, so I was going to create, I guess, chaos, and that's
Really?
what mine was.
And you knew what you were doing?
I knew what I was doing.
And if your father was good, were your mother good too?
Yes.
So if both your parents were good, why did you need to seek out something? Why would you complete it already?
There still wasn't, I didn't feel whole, I didn't feel full. And, looking back in hindsight, I know that it's because I was running from the Lord this whole time.
Running from what?
The Lord. I was just running from the Spirit. And I just didn't want to hear that call. I just wanted to keep going and being independent and doing whatever I wanted to do.
And would your father and mother try to stop you?
Yes.
And you would do what when they say, hey, you need to stop, slow down, don't do this?
Nobody's going to tell me what to do.
Were you
I
a
know
teenager?
everything. Actually, it was in my early 20s. I waited
early
till I
20s.
was 24 to really start a full-on life of crime.
At 24? Mm-hmm. But what was wrong?
I was in a very toxic relationship, a really, really dangerous relationship. And I really wanted to make this person happy, and I didn't see a way out of it. I had already made so much of a commitment, might as well just run with it. And I was just sad, I was lonely, and I didn't have anything stopping me from doing it. You know, I didn't have any commitments or like kids or any reason to not go hard.
So you were in love with someone,
I think I was
Right.
in love with being in love.
right? And you were trying to hold on to that person?
Mm-hmm.
So you were doing these things to satisfy them?
Right. Well, I was scared at some point too. Like the night I was arrested, I was afraid.
Were you concerned the impact it would have on your father by him being the LA County Sheriff?
Not at the moment, no.
Really?
Not at the
You
moment.
didn't think about that at all?
No, not until I was being interrogated and they found pictures of my father and I on my phone. And they said, "Oh, we know this guy."
So they found your father on the phone. That's how they found out.
Mm-hmm.
What did your father say when he discovered you were in prison?
He came directly to lockup the following morning, and they told him, you know, what had happened, and he said, "What happened? You just told on yourself?" And I said, "Yes." They said I was never going to see you again. So, yeah.
Wow. Are you able to say what type of crime?
At the time, it was a long list.